flight crew, what up? Happy Thursday. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another flight crew. Welcome to another stream. I am your captain. I'm your host, Phoenix Black Knight. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard and welcome back. Had that day off Wednesday. Had that day off. I hope you guys did something fun with it. I hope it was a great Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. But hey, it's Thursday. We're back together. We're ready for another flight. I'm ready for another flight. I'm ready to go live and fly again, you guys. And not only that, fly into Cabo. Are you guys ready? Is Cabo ready for Delta crew to come into Cabo? I don't know if they're ready for us. And spend the weekend there, because this is it. Thursday, you guys. This is our last flight of the week. We're done until Thursday. And Thursday, we'll be leaving out of Cabo to somewhere. Still haven't decided where yet. But we will be leaving out of Cabo on Sunday. So Thursday, this is it for us for the week. And then you guys are free to move about your lives. But I do have to tell you guys something. Going into Cabo, we do not. I can't confirm this, but I don't think we have an ILS or a localizer runway. Right? We don't even have an LLC runway there, which means we may have to create our own glide slope. We have nav runways, which is visual approach. So you just visually land the plane. Boeing 738s and Boeing 737s fly into Cabo, so our plane, the Neo, will be just fine going in there. So just to give everybody a heads up right now, going forward, we may this landing approach and landing may be a little tricky if we have to go nav. I have no experience landing nav, none whatsoever. I've been strictly need the glide slope and everything like that. I know how to create our own glide slope, so that's going to help us on the nav approach. So that will help us. I know how to create our own glide slope when we don't have one created by the ILS or the LOC frequency. I know how to create one ourselves. So that is what I have promising going into the flight. So that's a little promising going in for our nav approach, is we can create our glide slope and create how slow and fast we descend on our own there. So perfect. So with that being said, let's get into the flight briefing, you guys, and let's get briefing going. First off, let's get the roll call going. We're going to start on the Twitch side this quick. We're going to go ahead and shout out to Asleek, ELSHEIKHO1. Welcome aboard. Master Jedi Skywalker, welcome aboard. Head Shooter Man 15, welcome aboard. Ramster 1277, welcome aboard. Renee, welcome aboard. Then let's jump over here to our YouTubers. Oh, YouTubers. Oh, you guys, I have to say this. I do have to say this. I have to bring it to everybody's attention. I know it's nothing. Let me repeat to everybody on this one more time. In the world of the social media, in the world of followers, I know what I'm about to say is nothing compared to the big time people who have millions and millions of subscribers. But I will have to say, YouTube, being one guy playing Microsoft Sensing, who just wants to play the game with me, basically, like who wants to just fly along with me, so it gives me a purpose to do the game, like I mentioned in earlier videos. I never thought I was going for one subscriber, just one subscriber to kind of interact with and just fly the game with and just go to places together with. The fact that our flight crew, you guys, subscribers are up to 347 subscribers. We're up to 347. I never thought I would have 347 people want to go on these flight journeys with me, who want to subscribe, want to keep up on dates, subscribe, want to keep up on what I'm doing. That I was settling for just one. The fact that I have 347, and like I said, that is nothing compared to the big people out there who have thousands and millions of followers. I get it, but just an innocent little dude that back here just trying to play a flight simulation game and having 347 subscribers is awesome. The way I put it in numbers is that 347 people, the Airbus, the plane that we fly right now, the Airbus 320neo, holds anywhere from 140 and 170 passengers. So we, just as subscribers alone, can fill up 2 of those Airbus 320neo planes that we're in right now. This plane that we're in right now, we could fill up 2 of those with the subscribers that we have. That is crazy. I never thought of that, you guys. So once again, from Phoenix Black Knight to you guys, from the bottom of my heart, cheers to you guys. I will do doing a shot after the flight just for all you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving me a purpose, and let's continue to grow this community. That is awesome, you guys. So YouTube, let's get the shout out to you guys. Simulator Pick welcome aboard. Modern, welcome aboard. Irina, welcome aboard. Timothy, Iran, Allison, Marco, welcome aboard. Parkish, welcome aboard. Tim, welcome aboard. Callie Banks Thomas, welcome aboard. Thomas Doria, welcome aboard. Colin, Lewis, Alan, Dennis, welcome aboard. And last but not least, bringing up the rear is Arvela, welcome aboard. And Nielsen, welcome aboard as well. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard, everybody. Once again, I love you guys. Everybody, welcome aboard. Let's get the flight crew briefed and let's get on the way to Cabo. Enough talking. Let's get in the air. All right, so we're in our Delta Soundware game. Excuse me, that's a lot. Let's try that again. So we're in the Delta Soundpayware airplane that we bought. Verified through one of our flight crew that the sounds that you hear, the engines are really loud and screechy and like buzzsaw like that. So once again, thanks, shout out. So we're in the aircraft 320. Delta 6242 is going to be our call sign. We're in Tucson, Arizona. That's where we left off last. We're going to go into Cabo International Airport. Our aircraft is A320neo. Today's date is July 13, 2023. Today's flight is at 4:30 in the morning. Is today's flight. Since we're going nav, we have to have sunlight, obviously, to see where we're going on our approach and arrival. So this flight is going to be at 4:30 in the morning. They expect us down at 6:58 in the morning. The sim brief gave us about an hour and 30 minutes to do the flight. The sim brief also gave us an hour and 58 minutes to do the whole block of the flight. Cruising altitude is going to be 31,000 feet. Distance for flying is 571 nautical miles. Wind right now is 8.5 over 17 knots. Very nice. We like to see that. People on board today's flight is 153 passengers on today's board. We have 153 passengers on today's flight that are going to be boarding. There we go. That's what we're trying to say. Block fuel, we have 12,460 pounds. Cargo, 8,415 pounds. And payload, 35,190 pounds. Right now in Tucson, we're wheels down. When we go wheels up, we're going to be off of runway 11 left with transition of Tucson out TUS. Makes sense. And we go down into Cabo. They want us wheels down on runway 16, which is the nav runway, with the transition of DCT, Dixie Charlie Tango, is the transition down to Cabo International Airport. Weather right now, let's jump over to the weather. Weather right now in Tucson, we got it at 106 degrees. That is right. It can be that hot that early in the morning. 106 degrees in Tucson. And when we go into Cabo, we're looking at only 74 degrees. So we definitely dropped degrees significantly. 74 degrees. And sunny skies into Cabo. Sunny, 74 and sunny. So departure and climbing should be fine. And descending, hopefully. Descending and landing should be fine as well, you guys. All right, flight crew, you guys have been briefed now. I've been briefed with you as well. So let's go ahead and get the plane ready for passengers. So let's go up here and get our AI co-pilot. Make sure he is shut off. And he actually already is this time. All right, that's a good sign. Let's slide over here to the middle since we don't have the tablet. We're going to come right here. Zoom up, you can see what I'm doing. Here's the external power. Let's go ahead and hit that. Gate we're at is A2. Alpha 2 is the gate we're at. Okay, the plane started up. Since it's so hot, let's go ahead and get the APU started already. So let's go ahead and get the APU master on with the APU start. Let's zoom outside the plane so you can hear it start up real quick. APU started up. APU is available. Let's go ahead and hit the APU bleed now. With the APU bleed on, let's go ahead and hit our pumps on right now. We'll go ahead and wait for the batteries on that just for a second, but let's go ahead and get the pumps on. Perfect. Let's jump back into the captain's seat. Let's do the captain view. Let's go ahead and illuminate. Actually, let's come up here and let's get our dome lights on. Let's go ahead and do this now too. Let's come over here. You guys can see it so I can show you what I'm doing. I just turned on the dome lights. Here comes the no smoking sign. Let's get that on. No seatbelt sign. Let's get that on. Nav light and logo light, let's hit that. Beacon light comes on at this time as well. Wing light stay off, strobe light stays off, runway light stay off as well, and landing lights stay in this restricted position. And nose light of the plane stays in the off position as of now. So let's go back to the captain's seat. Illuminate all of our panels up here from right to left. Let's go ahead and do that. And then our yellow indicator, that's us. Let's go ahead and get that bright as well. And then the left panel right here, let's go ahead and get that bright. Perfect, look at that. Nice, let's go in here. This is a morning flight. We won't need our floodlights on because we'll get natural light from the sunlight, but we will turn on our panel lights here. Perfect, let's do that. And then let's come up here. Let's turn on our terrain, our flight directory as well, so we know where we're going. Informational map stays on ARC. Let's leave our nautical range on 10. We'll push that at the 20 outside of 10,000 feet. Manage speed. Let's leave it in the managed position for now. We're going to do a managed takeoff. We're heading. We're going to leave that in the managed position because we already entered our flight plan. We'll get our altitude here in a little bit, but we are going to climb 2,500 feet per minute, though. This can control climb outside of Tucson here. Let's do that, and then the FMC, let's go ahead and get that all bright. There we go. Let's jump back into the captain's seat. Let's go back to our ATC now. Let's get our boarding process on its way. So let's hit the ground services. Maybe. There we go. Let's hit Tucson ground. First, what I want to do is I want to hit the GPU to the plane. That's our ground power unit. It's right there. Ground power unit's coming now. Let's go ahead and get the jetway connected. Jetway's on its way. Actually, let's get inside for a second. Let's see JD. There he is. JD. You know he's gonna be in Cabo too. Alright, there comes that master alarm. The main cabin door is open. Let's go ahead and hit that. Alright, let's zoom back outside the plane. Jetway's connected. Let's go ahead and get our catering services now to the plane. It's gonna be right there. Catering truck is coming. Now let's go ahead and get our baggage services on the way. And then let's go ahead and hit AI. AI co-pilot can go on this time now. Perfect. Let's do that. He's on the way. He got communications. Activate him a little bit. Here comes the baggage crew. Let's pan. Look at Tucson's Valley. Look at that, you guys. Don't even love the default airport, but look out there. Tucson. Alright, what we got? Let's do some plane spotting. Actually, let's get rid of this so we can do some plane spotting. Nothing going on in Tucson right now. Very quiet. Got a Sky West that's sitting right here. Another Sky West. Anybody coming in? Clear skies. Let's pan over to this side. Clear skies as well. No plane spotting in Tucson. It's gonna be just us. All eyes on us. Alright, let's get our drone camera. Actually, yeah, let's get it right here for the pushback, right? Alright. Right there works for engine 2. Baggage crew's finishing up. Just waiting for the loader. Looks like catering service is done as well, so let's jump back into the captain's seat to the captain view. Let's go ahead and turn it back on our ATC. And then let's request our ground power unit to be disconnected. Then let's come up here to our battery powers that we left. Battery 1 and battery 2 come back on now. And then external power, let's go ahead and get that turned off as well. Perfect. Then let's go ahead and hit back on this. AI is going to go ahead and get our clearance down in the Cabo. Los Cabos. .125, and I didn't hear that last part. What did he say on the last part? AI is going to repeat it to us. Ah, it was 1. Okay, 125.100. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll zoom in when I get done. There we go. So, Decimal 125.100. Perfect. Back to the captain's seat. 7,000 feet. We're going to climb the 7,000 feet in the managed position until we get to 7,000. Then we'll activate our 2,500 feet per minute and climb up to 10,000 feet there. And like I said, we'll keep our speed in the managed position. Got our clearance. We got our APU bleed on, which is the APU master and APUs available. Batteries are off. External power is out. GPU is disconnected from the plane back. Let's see. The ground services is done. Perfect. We do have a flight directory on. All right. Let's get our ATC back on the line. Let's get our jetway disconnected from the plane. Main cabin door has been shut. Where's JD at? Show your face, JD. You always show it at the last second. Oh, we're not going to be able to say goodbye to JD today. He's gone. All right. Let's go ahead and request our pushback, and then let's get rid of this. AI's got that. Let's do our view. Since this is the captain's seat, we want to do our view about right there. And we're going to scoot forward a little bit. Oh, right there is where we're going to have our view. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Beacon light and nav light and logo lights. The only lights we need on at this time. Just waiting for pushback to be connected. Pushback is connected. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. Let's go outside so you can see the pushback. Oh, look at the moon. Look at the moon. That's nice. Pushback is done. Let's go back to the captain's seat to the captain view. Parking brake. Let's reactivate that. Let's go ahead and put the engine mode from the normal position to the start position. Start engine 2. We got cleared the taxi, so let's do our runway lights. Go on. Nose light goes to the taxi position. That's it. Our ribbon should pull up. There it is. There's our taxi ribbon. Perfect. Engine 2 is holding at 20%, which we want, which is available. Perfect. Engine 1's coming up just at 12%. That's good enough to check the flaps. Flaps, let's bring those all the way down. And then the spoilers, let's bring those up. Zoom outside the plane real quick. There's the spoilers right there if you can see them. Flaps are moving down as well if you guys can see that. Alright, let's zoom back inside the plane. flaps go to 10% for takeoff and taxi. Spoilers, get those disarmed, but get those armed for taxi. For takeoff. Engine mode from the start position back to the normal position. Let's go ahead and get our taxi brakes. APU bleed comes off with the APU master comes off. Ground crew right there. Thumbs up, salute. We're out of here. Dome light comes off. Engine power. Releasing parking brake. Forward momentum, turning plan. Oh, they want me to go out that way. We can do that. Let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, let's straighten out a little bit. There we go. Not really a long straight. We'll just do it right here. As soon as we get make this turn, we'll get it straight as possible, and we'll give Tucson a shout out. Well, actually, this is a long taxi, you guys. So actually, let's do it when we get up right there. We'll do the drone view and give Tucson a shout out that it deserves. Even though it did us dirty on the approach and landing at the same time, we could have done a lot of things better. But we did make sure that the runway is very firm. So, like we said, I personally got the number, called the people who laid it down, said you guys did a fantastic job. That was nice and firm. I didn't feel any soft spot whatsoever. Appreciate the work. You know, I made sure they knew. All right, let's straighten it out here. Then we'll give Tucson a shout out. Here we go. Tucson. SkyWest 3790 is in front of us. We'll slow it down a little bit. This is us. Looks like we're gonna hold short here for a second. engines to the neutral position. Let's go ahead and stop short. Activate parking brake. Roger, Tower Delta 6242, hold short runway. Oh, they actually want us line up. But Roger, Delta 6242, line up and wait. They move so quick here. As soon as they said line up and wait, they're like, nope, never mind. Line up and wait. Hold short, no, line up and wait now, never mind. Let's go. So we're going to line up and wait. I took the parking brake off already. We got momentum in the plane. Engines to neutral. Stopping plane short. Activating parking brake. Right there. Perfect. Runway lights come off. Landing lights go to the on position. Nose light goes to the takeoff position. Wing lights on. Strobe light on. Altimeter is going to be 29.87. Got it. Roger, Tower Delta 6242, clear for takeoff. Alright, clearance for takeoff. Let's go. Stopwatch activated. Since we're already stopped, let's go ahead and put our engines up to 40%. Engines are at 40. Let's make the call. Flight crew, prepare for takeoff. Flaps are at 10%. Spoilers are up and armed. We're going to go ahead and release the parking brake. We do have the taxi brakes on like they do on jet planes like we mentioned. Engines are at 40. There we go. Engines at 50. Engines are fired up and holding. Going up alive. Coming down the same way. Look down to the right. Engines flex. V1 rotating 15 degrees. Positive plane, let's go gears up. My plane, follow flight directory. Put the lever in the climb position, look down. Lever in the climb position. I'm going to go ahead and dip the nose of the plane now. There we go. Get ready to transition to the autopilot. 5,500 feet. Transitioning to the autopilot. Dipping the nose of the plane down. Autopilot is engaged. Climbing restrictions, 2,500 feet per minute. Throttle's in the climb position already. Perfect. Let's go ahead and disarm our spoilers. Let's see the results of our takeoff. We're back. Tucson. As always, just like every other airport, thanks for being a host. Majors will be back. I don't know about Tucson. That one's a tough one. I don't know. Let's jump back in our plane. Captain seat to the captain view. Roger, Tower Delta 6242, climbing flight level 210. Alright, 21,000 feet is what they want us at. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit 21,000 right here. We're going to hit that, but we're still going to put the climb restriction on. Since we are still below 10,000 feet. We're going to go ahead and go clean flaps. We're going to go clean flaps, and I'm going to go ahead and take over the speed now. We're going to go 250 knots since we're below 10,000 feet. 250 knots is entered. And we are flaps clean. As soon as we get to 9,000 feet, we'll ring this fasten the seatbelt sign one time. We'll release the crew so they can prepare for services. Right now we're passing 8,500 feet. There's 9,000. Let's go ahead and ring the bell one time. All right, flight crews prepare to do the services. $9,700 feet, you guys. Let's get ready for pre-climb, which means landing lights go to the off position. Nose light goes to the off position as well. Wing lights come off as well. Strobe light comes off. Nope, strobe light stays on. Excuse me. Strobe light stays on. Beacon light stays on. Wing lights come off. Nav light, logo light stays on. Landing lights in the off position. Runway lights are off, and nose light is off. Fasten seatbelt sign is on, and no smoking sign is on. We're above 10,000 feet. Let's open it up. Let's go from 250 knots. We're going to 335 knots. We're going to 35 knots is entered. Climb, we're going to put that in the managed position now. Since we're above 10,000 feet, we're going to go managed position. And then we're going to go to nautical range out to 20. Leave our information map on ARC. Climbing, check. Gaining speed, check. Roger, Albuquerque Center. Delta 6242, altimeter 29.76. Coming up and passing 320 knots, still climbing up to 335 knots is what we want to climb our speed to. Altitude wise, we're just passing 14,200 feet, still climbing up to 21,000. Just passing 17,300 feet, coming up to 18,000 feet. Since we're coming up to 18,000 feet, let's go ahead and get our altimeter. We can go ahead and put that on the standard position now. Perfect. And then our terrain as well, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off at this time as well, since we're climbing up to 21,000 feet. Just reached 335 knots and holding, and then coming up to 21,000 feet, 20,300 feet right now. Roger, Tower Delta 6242, climb and maintain flight level 27,000 feet. We're climbing about 2,500 feet per minute right now on the managed position. Here comes a hard bank. And then after that, I believe we're straight down into Cabo. Yeah. This is our Tucson transition. This is going to be a sharp turn. I'm going to ring the seatbelt sign 2 times, making me 2 dings so the flight crew knows that there is going to be a sharp turn. Both of them were supposed to shut off. Yeah. Alright, we were supposed to ring it 2 times, just let them know there's going to be a sharp turn. And we let them know about 15 nautical miles out. It's coming up quick though with us going 335 knots. And here comes the sun. See that blue, orange coming up? Actually, yeah, we will. Yeah, we're turning, that's right, so that's east. We're turning right now, be going south. I'm just gonna turn on the outside. Take it on the other side. That's the angle right there. Well, that's us. Roger, Tower Delta 6242, climb and maintain flight level 310. There's our cruising altitude, 31,000 feet. Right now we're going 0.82 Mach, which is about ground speed right now. It says we are 524. What it says we are right now. Ground speed drop, we're down to 496 right now. 496. That's because we are going against the wind. The wind is going from our nose to our tail, blowing slightly to the right, so slightly west. The wind is at about, it's hovering anywhere from 11 to 9 knots. Coming up on our cruising altitude, 31,000 feet. Looks like we're at 30,800, 30,080 feet. Let's pull our plan out. Yeah, we're a straight shot all the way down to Cabo. So no need to keep the fasten seatbelt sign on. Get those coffee drinkers out of their seats so they can go to the bathroom. So let's release the seatbelts. Get our ARC back on. 20 nautical range. That's perfect. Let's make the call. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now free to move about the cabin. Alright, flight crew, cruising altitude. Let's go over our cruising altitude briefing and go over what we have seen so far. So I got our briefing pulled up here. And everybody else, if you just joined the stream, if you just hopped on board, welcome aboard. I'm Phoenix Black Knight. I'm your captain for today's flight. We just took off from Tucson, Arizona. We're actually going into Cabo. Our call is Delta 6242. We're in the aircraft 320neo. Today's date is July 13th, 2023. We took off. Departure time was 4:30 in the morning. They spec'd us down in Cabo, 6:58 in the morning. Airtime they give us an hour and 30 minutes. Block time they give us to finish the flight is an hour and 58 minutes. That is SIN brief. Cruising altitude is 31,000 feet, which we're currently at right now. Passengers are free to move about the cabin as well. Distance we're flying is 571 nautical miles. Wind right now is 0.5 over 17 knots is what SIN brief says. We just checked it. We're anywhere from 9 knots to 11 knots, hovering right there, about right now. Passengers on today's flights, 153 passengers on today's flight. When we were down in Tucson, we took off of runway 11 left with the transition of Tucson, TUS. When we go into Cabo, they want us down on runway 16, which is, I think it is a nav runway, which is our nav runway, which is it's going to be a visual approach, no pappies, nothing. We are going visual on the descent and everything. I believe that's what it is. I have tried this one time on the nav approach going into Vegas. They opened up runway 01, and it was an RNAV, and it did not go very well. And that's the only time ever since then I said ILS. But I've learned a lot since then on how to create my own glide slope, when to start the glide slope, how much feet per minute should we be descending on the glide slope. Got that all figured out, so I'm up for the challenge now. So flight crew, come with me. So with that being said, our transition down into Cabo is DCT. That's going to be Delta, Charlie, and Tommy. That's our transition down to runway 16. Weather, when we left out of Tucson, it was 101 degrees when we left out of Tucson. When we come down into Cabo, we're actually dropping a significant amount of weather. We're going down to 74 degrees and clear skies down in the Cabo. All right, that's our flight briefing, you guys. Flight crew, you guys have been briefed. You guys are free to move about the stream as well. I'm going on mute and going in the chat room. If you guys want to chat, hit me up. Other than that, it's our cruise time. I will see you guys on our descend vector. See you guys then. Just so you guys are aware, flight crew, we are holding 491 on the ground speed right now at cruising altitude. 491 with engines at 70%. flight crew, we're hitting a lot of pockets of turbulence. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but we are swaying back and forth a bunch. And now that I say that, it stops. Of course it does. Well, either way, we're going to go ahead and ring the seatbelt sign again. And we're going to turn it on. Unfortunately, we didn't have it on for that long. This is a longer flight, though. Let's go ahead and make the call to the passengers. We'll just say we are expecting unexpected turbulences, and we'll get back to you on the fasten seatbelt sign. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are hitting unexpected turbulence, so it's rocking the plane back and forth. So we're going to put the fasten the seatbelt sign back on, just to clear some of these warm pockets over here, coming up close to the ocean. And if we get a nice stretch of clean air basically going forward, we'll put the seatbelt sign back off, and until then we're going to have it on. Alright, flight crew, made the call. It's the best we can do. Let's continue to watch it a little bit. We still got 82 nautical miles on sea forward right now, which is we're probably up over the ocean, or close to. Which we're lighter, the sun needs to come up faster. I don't know, but anyway, we made the call. We'll keep an eye on the turbulence. We'll keep it there. All right. Alright, flight crew, I think we smoothed out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get around this vector right here. As soon as we make this right bend and start on the right bend, we'll release that seatbelt sign again. We've smoothed it out a lot since we've turned it back on, so I have no problem taking it off again. So like I said, we got 10 nautical miles, and as soon as we start our right bend and get kind of stable off of that little turn, we'll turn the fasten seatbelt sign off again. I just noticed, flight crew, have you noticed that not one tower, not one airspace has checked in with us yet? Not one has told us to continue as planned. Since we left Albuquerque's airspace, not one tower has checked in, and we're about ready to fly over the ocean. You would think of at least one airspace would be like, hey, Delta 6242, we have you going to this vector, continue as planned. Nah, not one. I haven't said it once since we got past Albuquerque. That makes me raise an eyebrow. Forgot about us. We are the lost plane. Roger, Mazatlan, Delta Center 6242 to continue his plan. Wow, we got checked in by Mazatlan. Finally checked in with us. Thank you, Mazatlan. Appreciate you checking in on Delta 6242. believe that's the top of our descent right there, you guys. Flight crew. So we're going to go ahead and pull our speed back. We can go down to 280 knots. Drop our speed back. Pretty sure. Let's check our stopwatch. 59 minutes. Maybe it wasn't. It's supposed to be an hour and 30-minute flight. We're at 59 minutes, and maybe that wasn't descend yet. It was marked like it was the top of our descent. believe we're over the ocean, you guys. I believe that's it right there, flight crew. I think that's the shoreline right there. There it is. We are there. Look at that. There it is. Sea bound. Roger Tower, Delta 6242, descend and maintain flight level 23,000 feet. Tower wants us to descend down to 23,000 feet, which means we pass our starting descent point, which I thought was a lot of miles back there. Apparently it's up here. We're only going down to 23,000 feet. We are over the ocean right now. We're okay to leave the fasten the seatbelt sign off as we descend down. We are holding 280 knots, so yeah, we're fine. As soon as we get to 23,000 feet though and start descending from there, we'll turn it on. Let's go ahead and turn the terrain on at this time. Let's just get that out of sight, out of mind. Turn that on. So I have a lot of questions, flight crew, for us going in on this approach. If this is a RNAV runway, which is visual approach with no PAPIs, am I landing this without sunlight? That's the question that I have in the back with my hand up. Am I expect to land this thing in the musk morning? I mean, there's got to at least be PAPIs, right? I don't think we're going to get a glide slope. I'm already prepared to start our glide slope, so I'm already mentally prepared for that. As long as we get a glide slope, we're fine, but I just want to know if it's true and we don't have PAPIs and we're going to go all visual and the sun's not even up yet. We're just going straight and no PAPIs, so we're just going straight numbers. We'll see. Just got 23,000 feet, holding 280 knots. Looks like we got a right bend here. Look at that sunrise. Roger Tower, Delta 6242, descend to maintain flight level 20,000 feet. 20,000 feet, past the seatbelt signs coming on. Let's let them know what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we started our descent down into Cabo. Crew, prepare for approach. Alright, flight crew. Going down the 20,000 feet, making our right turn here. See what it looks like. $20,700 feet. I'm going to pull our speed back. We're going to pull back to 250. 250 is entered. Speed is decreasing, that's a check. Still descending down the 20,000 feet, check. Roger Tower, Delta 6242, descend and maintain flight level 14,000 feet. Flight crew, my eyebrow is raised right now about the lighting of this approach and the lack of nav experience on board today's flight. Passing 18,000 feet, still descending down to 14,000 feet, holding 250 knots. $15,500 feet, descending down to 14,000 feet, still holding 250 knots. $14,500 feet. Roger Tower, descend to maintain flight level 8,000 feet, Delta 6242. They still haven't told us anything for our altimeter, so we'll leave it in the standard position. As soon as we get closer to as soon as we get closer down to 8,000 feet, we're going to pull our speed back to 200 knots. That's going to be our approach speed going into this, and then we'll figure things out from there, how this is going to line up, flight crew. There comes our shoreline right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. Coming up on 10,500 feet. Let's light it up. Landing lights, put those on the on position. Nose light, let's put that in the takeoff position. Wing lights come out at this time. Strobe light, nav light, beacon light, logo light, everything's on but the runway lights. Passing 10,000 feet, still descending down to 8,000 feet. Let's get our drone camera so you can see the gears when you get ready. Put it about right there. Perfect. Come back in, see where we're at. 8,800, 700 feet. I'm pulling our speed back. We're going to 200 knots. That's going to put us at flaps 1. .200 knots is entered. We are still descending and our speed is decreasing. Let's check. Check. As we lose more speed, we will go flaps 1. We just got to lose some momentum out of the plane. Perfect, past 210 knots. Let's go flaps 1 now. Since we're at 8,000 feet, we're going to go, let's look down to the right, our throttle. Let's pull it back, get it ready for reversers. Nautical range from 20, we're going to pull that within 10. And right now, this holding 8,000 feet till told otherwise by tower. Cabo. Look at that, you guys. Oh, my bad. Look at that. Look at that shoreline. Oh. Roger Tower Delta 6242, descend to maintain flight level 4,000 feet. Wind right now, you guys, looks like flight crew, looks like we're at 56 over 27 knots. Is that correct? Or is that... That's not right. Maybe it's 0.8 knots. Let's zoom in. Let's check. 355 over 8 knots. We like to see that number 8. Alright, just going back to the captain's seat, to the captain view, you guys. We like the view right there. Scoot our chair just a little bit more forward. Right there. Yep. Still holding 200 knots. Descending to 4,000 feet. Right now we're at 6,600 feet. Approach on the line is talking to us right now. Roger, approach. Delta 6242. Keep altimeter 29.76. Look, moment of truth right here. Let's see if we have an ILS. We do not have a localizer. That's what I figured. We are RNAV. This means we start our glide slope at 4,000 feet. That's fine. As long as they get us down to where we need to start our slope, we can start our glide slope and we'll get it down. Hopefully. Passing 4,900 feet, still coming down to 4,000 feet. Still holding 200 knots. It doesn't give me how far away we are from the runway though. Yeah, but we'll just use our map. So we're about right here. Yeah, that's about 10 miles out. And then we're quick down and over. Let's go ahead and pull our speed back just to be safe. Yep, let's do it. We're gonna go 190 knots. 190 is entered. Let's pull our flaps back. Flaps 2. Perfect. Speed is decreasing. Still holding at 4,000 feet. We're gonna pull our speed back again here in a second. We gotta go here. Get slowed down, configured. Looks like we're just, our runway's right there. Alright, I'm pulling 180 on the speed. 180 knots on the knots. Let's go flaps 3. I don't think it's going to give us an approach. We'll try it. I don't think it'll give us a glide slope automatically. I think we're going to create one. We only got clear to approach. We haven't got contact from the tower yet. That's what I'm waiting for. As soon as the tower says, oh. They want us up to 5,000 feet. Got to pull our flaps up 1. They want us to start at 5,000 feet. We can do that. We're going to flaps up again. Let's climb. Oh, 300. How about 1,800? Go. Holding 200 knots, perfect. Just enough to climb. We're climbing up at 1,700 feet per minute. Hopefully we get up there. There we go. 5,000 feet. Ooh, this is a rocky approach. Wing lights come off. Roger, Tower Delta 6242, descend to maintain flight level 3,000 feet. Alright, now they want us down to 3,000 feet. Oh, goodness. Alright, we're going down to 3,000 feet. We're going to pull our speed back as well. Definitely pulling it back to 180. We are descending and speed is dropping. Perfect. Let's go ahead and drop. There we go. Let's go flaps 2. Actually, that's flaps. Yeah, flaps 2. That's right. Descending down to 3,000 feet. We're at 4,200. Still looping around you guys. Runway's over here, flight crew. And we're kind of losing speed a little bit. 3,800 feet. Still descending. 3,500 feet. Got to get down to 3,000. There it is. Got to go flaps 3 here in a second. I'm going to put flaps 3 down now. There's our runway. Lock is on. All right. 3,000. Pull our speed back again. Let's go 140. And we're going to go full flaps. There we go. 140's entered. Full flaps. Flaps are full. Getting approach, getting lined up with the runway. And like I said, I believe we don't have a glide slope. I want to say we don't. Everything happened so fast. Was that? There it is. Roger Tower Delta 6242, cleared to approach. Alright, they cleared us to approach. They didn't give us the, oh, it's coming right now, that's what. Alright, they cleared us to approach. I'm going to start our own glide slope, which is, I'm going to take us down to 700 feet per minute. I'm going to enter that now. See where that puts us. Still holding 140 knots. Descending now, 700 feet. 700 feet per minute. Creating our own glide slope. We're still a little high, it looks like. That runway does look high, but we're at 2,300 feet from the... Ooh. Look at that. We do have a glide slope. It took over for us already. Beautiful. Roger Tower Delta 6242, cleared the land. Alright, they cleared us the land. I'm going to put our speed in the managed position. Drop our gears. If you can see them. Gears are down. Perfect. Come over here so you can see the reversers. Put that about right there. Spoilers. Let's get those armed. Medium for the auto brake. Runway light comes on. Let's make the call. Flight crew prepare for landing. Flight crew, you guys ready for landing? Everybody back there is ready for landing. What is going on? We are off sideways. Alright. 1,000 feet, my plane. See on the ground. I do see pappies, you guys, on the right side of the runway. I do see 2 white, 2 red. That's what we're looking for. Looks like we're 4 white, 1 red. 3 white runways, excuse me. Let's go back over. 500. 500 feet, continue. Feet, we're continuing.
300, 200, 100, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. Drive.
Wheels down. Reversers. $80 knots. There's 60 reversers stow. Let's get the brakes off. Flight crew, welcome down the Cabo. Look at that. Look at, we got our RNAV and we landed. That's the way we're doing. Use our momentum. We vacate to the left. We're going to go ahead and start slowing down the plane a little bit. Get our clearance to our taxi. Let's go ahead and stop short about right there. Perfect. Parking brake on. Let's turn things off. Flight directory off. Localizers off. That didn't even do anything for us. Runway light stays on. Landing lights, let's put those in the restriction for this position. Nose light to the taxi position. Beacon light stays on. Nav light stays on. Strobe light, let's turn that off now. APU bleed, let's turn that on with the APU masters. Turn on the APU start. Let's get that going. Perfect. Clean up our flaps. They got to go to 10%. Spoilers. Let's bring those disarmed now. Taxi brake on. ATC. Let's get clearance to our gate. Request taxi. There we go. Flight crew. Let me say it with me. Welcome down. We are in Cabo with the sun just coming up. And just so you know, flight crew, I already made some phone calls. Taco truck's already waiting for us as soon as we deboard. We are down in Cabo. Look at that. Look at all that over there. And that was an RNAV landing. I am very impressed. Very impressed with the RNAV landing. We can land the hard way, but as soon as we get ILS, it tells us what to do. We freak out. We can't do it. But give us something hard to land, we can land it no problem. It's kind of backwards, right? Let's get straight, zoom out, give Cabo its credit. Welcome down. Ocean's out that way. That was a weird approach. Did you guys see how far right that had us on that runway? We had to bring it left. That was, and we put it on lock, and we put it on approach to lock onto the runway. I guess that's why it's an RNAV. There was nothing to lock onto. So that was a fun approach. That was a real fun approach, and we literally beat the sun as well. See where they have us going. I don't look. Not one other plane on approach. Not one other plane going for takeoff. They knew we were coming. They knew Delta cruised down. Look at that sun coming up. Look at that. Oh, perfect. Now I see why they do the flight this time of the day. Beautiful. That is first flight out. You get to see this coming in. Oh, sign me up to fly that route any day. Any day, sign me up. Especially with that approach. Alright, looks like they just want us right there to the right. That's not too bad. No ground crew, no marshal. We got this. Find our center line. There it is. Oh man, look at that gap in the jetway already. Oh, it wants us to stop. Stopping. Parking brake on. Engines to the idle position. Neutral position. Seatbelt light comes off. Dome light comes on. Runway lights come off. Nose light comes off. Nav light comes off. Beacon light comes off. All lights are off. Main cabin door is open. Clean the flaps up for the ground crew. Alright, flaps are up. Let's kill engine one. Let's go ahead and hit external power. Let's turn that on. Battery 1 and battery 2 can come off. soon as we hit engine 2 off. Engine 1's below 20%, engine 2. Alright. Battery 1, battery 2. Let's kill that. ATC on the line. Let's get our GP unit connected to the plane. That's our ground power unit. There's our ground power unit. Let's get the catering services in to clean up the garbage. This guy's having little problems backing up to the plane. And then let's get our baggage services. Get the luggage going. Deboarding process has started. Navlog. Stop our stopwatch. 1 hour and 40 minutes from landing. From wheels up, when we take off to the gate, is 1 hour and 40 minutes. Let's see what our real flight time is compared to our flight sim brief to see if we beat. Remember, sim brief said we had the flight was 1 hour and 30 minutes. The full block time was 1 hour and 58 minutes. So right now, with taking off and taxiing to the gate and cleaning up our flaps and everything, it was 1 hour and 40 minutes towards our stopwatch. So let's see what it's at. So should we wait now? Nah. Yeah, we can do it now. It's all right. Ground crew. There's no plane spotting going on right now. Look at this. Look at this. Where are these people walking? Where are they walking? Like, are they just hipping, scopping the jump? This is how we do it in a. If you want your taco that bad, you're gonna have to think of how to get from there to there off of your plane if you want to go to Cabo. It's every single jetway is like that. Weird. Alright, let's jump in the plane. Let's kill the plane. Let's get it ready for the next crew. That way we'll pull up what our true flight time is. We can recap the flight, and then that'll be it. So let's jump right back in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on our ATC. Our GPU unit on the ground. Let's get that disconnected so power supply is done. We're going to turn off the pumps. External power, we're going to shut that off now. We're going to turn off the APU bleed. Everything's on there. We're going to come over here. Listen to the APU shut down. Oh, it didn't do it, you guys. It didn't bring up our total flight time. What? Microsoft. One job was to tell us what our flight plan was in the end. Well, I don't know what should we say. Hour and 40 minutes. How long was our taxi to the gate plus our lights? I mean, maybe. Oh, that's not fair to say. We'll just go with 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's all we have. All right, took us 1 hour 40 minutes to get from wheels up to wheels down to our gate. Other than that, clean departure, you guys, clean climb and clean landing. And for our nav, that was fantastic. I'm really confident that if we can have that same outcome on approaches going forward, we may be able to do more airports that don't have ILS landings. So other than that, that's it for the flight. That's it for this Thursday. We are off until Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So if you guys like this flight and like the nav landing and want more of them, hey, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe, and come fly with us. We're fun to fly around with. Other than that, flight crew, we're off until Sunday. Oh, I hear a plane. Oh, there's one right there. Look at that. Just took off. American Airlines. I mean, United Airlines. Sorry, United. What is going on here? Oh, they're just continuing the baggage process. Okay. Sorry, squirrel. Anyway, we're done. We're done flying until Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Arizona time. That is 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Will be 10 a.m. Arizona time. So 10 a.m. Sunday morning, leaving Cabo. Haven't figured out where we're going yet. Going somewhere else. Look, they got the little flight things like they had in Mexico City when we were in Mexico City. They have the same Lotus. That's awesome. So I don't know where we're going, but it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be international or back up to the United States. We'll figure it out and we'll go live and we'll figure it out together. Other than that, what if that was an awesome approach? The sun's coming up. Let's go get some tacos. Let's go get some margaritas or whatever what we want to drink. That's it for us. Enjoy Cabo Wabo. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. I love you guys. Thanks so much for being a subscriber. Thanks so much for being a follower. Who would have thought we would have made it this far and continue to grow? Love you guys. That's it. I'm Phoenix Black Knight. I'm logging off. I'll see you guys later.